All right, I got Midnight Rider by the Allman Brothers for you today. So it starts out with this little riff. So it's a quick little kind of a rake. You got that thumb, first finger, second finger, doing this kind of a D chord. We don't need the little 2 on this D chord. It's just kind of a D power chord. So you kind of rake up those 3 strings. And then we're going to go bass and then chord, like all 3 at once. So it's like rake, and then bass, and then chord, all 3. Just does that 4 times to get it going. So once again, nice and slow. Okay, then we get into this main riff. You might put your pinky in there and make it a little easier. We got to do a 2 on the G string, 1, and then 3. Now what I do is after I hit that 3, 2, 1, 3, then I'm going to hit all 3 of these, make the chord, and then just the 2 and the 1 back to the 2 and the 3, so I don't bother with the big string on those last 2 things. So it's... Okay, so once again, real slow, we get 2, 1, 3, and then we got all 3 notes, and then we have a 2-note thing, and that's the 2 and the 1 into the 2 and 3, so. And that big open D string, that kind of can ring through these chords here at the end too, so. See how it's still ringing? If you just don't touch it, it'll keep going. Okay, so that's like our main little vamp right there, that little riff. So we're going to do that 4 times for the main vamp after the intro. So we had our intro is... And then that's our main vamp. So we do that 4 times to get it going, and then we do a verse. The verse is going to have 6 times of that same thing. Once we finish, let's say we'll do the last 2 of that. 5th one, 6th one. Now we're going to have G minor, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then C chord, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then we're back to our vamp. We're going to have 4 times. Okay, and then another verse starts, and that's going to go 6 times again. So let's say we're doing the last 2 again. 3, 4. 5th one. 6th one, back to G minor. 1 and 2. Going to C. Back to the vamp. 4 times on the vamp. Okay, so just to scooch us along here quicker. We're going to do 4 times of that vamp right there after the G minor to C. And then we do 4 more times of that vamp, and that begins a guitar solo. So let's say we're doing those 4. 3, 4. So at that point, we come into a change in the solo where we're going to have C chord and B flat chord. So we got those 3s up there. You could do 3, 3, 3, and 1 if you want. Okay, so we're going to have a kind of a galloping rhythm on this, so it's going to switch from that main vamp. And that guitar solo has a lot of bends and stuff, so we're not going to mess with that one, but we are going to play a little bit of the solo of this next section coming up, because it doesn't have so many bends. And it's got some cool little melodies up top we're going to do. So the first thing we're going to do is look at the rhythm behind the second part of this solo. That's going to go like a galloping rhythm, like bum ba da dum ba da dum ba da dum ba da, that kind of thing. So like 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a, and we're going to go from C to B flat. So 3, 4. We're going to go 3 times back and forth. But on the 3rd time on this B flat, we're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then an extra measure of that B flat. That's how the solo ends. We're back into our vamp. So once again, from this section, we got C and B flat, C and B flat, C, and then this time we go to B flat. We're going to do it an extra one, and we're going to go to simple eighth notes instead of that chugging, galloping rhythm. Okay, so here we go again. 3, 4. C again, B flat, C again. Now this B flat is going to 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and do it again. 2 and 3 and 4, and back to our vamp. Okay, then we get into the last verse. Last verse is going to have 6, just like the other verses did. We'll do the last 2, 3, 4. Fifth one, sixth one. Now we're back to G minor and C. We got our vamp twice. Back to G minor. Back to the vamp. And you can kind of give that a little bit of vibrato since you're holding that chord for a while to make it sound a little cooler. So let's do those vamps again. 3, 4. And then we're going to have G minor again. C. Vamp. G minor, C again. So basically just keeps doing this and then fades out. Say this is the last one. By then you're about faded out. Okay, so let's take a look at that little lead where we had that C to B flat thing. So we had okay, so for that solo, we're going to have. So we kind of wait for that C to hit, and then we have the 13th fret of the second string, and then little string, 12, 13, 15, a couple times. So, and then we're going to go 11 here. So we have 11, and then little 10, 11, and then 13 to 12. So it's like. Hold that 12. This riff again. Same thing. And then we have some other riffs kind of coming in here where when we have the chorus, like. We have a slide thing there when it goes, not gonna catch me, no, not gonna catch the midnight rider. So each time we do that G minor to C, you might practice that a little bit doing the slide. 5 to 7 on the G, 3 to 5 on the B, 5 to 7 up here. Okay, so. And then we have some other things, like one last thing. At the very end of that, kind of have these 3s here on the G and the B. Kind of slide into the 7s to get you back in your. All right, Midnight Rider, Allman Brothers. Let's look at that intro one more time. Okay, so that was a rake, and then the bass, and then the chord. Diddly-dum, diddly-dum. Okay, and then the vamp and everything is easy enough. We went through all that solo section again, so I think we're all good on that. Midnight Rider, Allman Brothers. Thanks a lot for watching. Talk to you soon. All right, this is going to be Stormy Monday Blues, the Allman Brothers version. This was a T-Bone Walker tune. We're going to have this chord here. This is like a G9 chord. This is 3, 2, and 3. So we got some cool bluesy, jazzy chords in this. We're going to have. So we took that first chord, hit it twice, and then went down one to the 2, 1, 2, back up, and then slid into the one beyond that. Hit that one again. So we got. And then we'll hit that again. Back to that first one, 3, 2, 3. Here's our little turnaround kind of thing. Open on the D, and then 4, 3, and 3, going down the strings. Okay, so our intro was. And then we're going to settle into a little chord progression. We're going to start with this 3, 2, 3. You could just do the 3, 2, 3, or you could add the 3 on the bottom. And we have a 12/8 type of feel, so we have like 1 and 2. Okay, so the chords we have that G7/9 chord, 3, 2, 3, and 3. We're going to go to this 2, 3, 3, 3, which is like a C7/9 without the C bass. So 2, 3, 3, 3. Then we're back to this one. Then we're going to go up 1 fret, the G sharp there and back. And then we're going to go back to this guy a couple times. And then we're going to come back here, and I'll show you the rest here in a second. So from the beginning of the progression we got, I'll give you a 3 count. 1, 2, 3. Up 1, back down, then we go to that C7/9 chord, 2 sets of that, and then we're back to this first chord. Now what we're doing here is like 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, 3. So all 5s there, up to the 7s. 3, 1, 2, 3, 6s, 5s, and then we have a C minor chord, 5, 5, 4, 3. And then we kind of add the minor 7. So that's 5, 5, 4, and 6. Okay, so let's go through all that. We got 3 and 4 and call it Stormy Monday. But Tuesday is just as bad. Go up a fret, back, and then that other chord. Call it Stormy Monday. But Tuesday. So here's where we go back to the original, and then up to the 5s. 7s, 6s, 5s, and then we're going to go to C minor, get that pinky down there, and then this is kind of a piano turnaround, but it sounds real cool in here too. It's like, okay, so what we had is the big 5 up here. And then the little 3s. And then we went to the 5s on the 2nd and 3rd string, to the 3s, and then I kind of try to hit part of that like C7 chord, 2 and 3. Okay, so you got little 3s again, 5s. You can actually hammer into this one if you want. So it'd be like. And then 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 3, 3 on those top ones. Okay, so we got. Okay, now another cool thing is we can slide these little kind of double stops around. So look at that, we got middle finger up here and the big string 3, and And I have my ring finger down here, 2 strings below that, ready to hit those higher notes and come down. So I'm sliding this one up, hitting the higher note, sliding that one down, and they both go down together, right? So we got, that'd be where the progression starts. You can do it on these lower strings, and then we're back into the chord changes. Here's a cool thing you can do. Okay, so I got my 3, 2, 3, hitting that 5 on the second string, and getting those little 3s down here with part of the chord, and then hitting that little pinky on the bottom one there. So let me be C7, 9. Then we got, look at this one. So this is, I'm going to use this pinky and let them slide down. And they can all slide back and forth, and find your own different cool ways of doing it. And then we'd be to the, moving up to the 5s, 7s. I'm just going to the 10 here, a little pull off. 6s, 5s. We got that C minor 7. And we got our turnaround. You could also go hit that C there instead of trying to hit the part of the chord without the C bass missing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 3. Okay, and then you have your blues scale on that. This is in G, so we have, here's your G note. You can also use the 3 with that, 3 and 5, but 5 is your root note, right? That's our basic home bass note. So we got 5, 3, 5, 3, 6, 3, 6. Okay, so that would be like the scale that you would solo with. Now it gets a little complicated when you get up to these other ones, but you might just go, kind of use the notes of the pentatonic that's matching some of those chords as you go. And this one here, the C minor, so you could be up on the 8th fret up here. 10 would be your C note. That'd be that C minor to C minor 7. Now we got the one going up, 5s, 7s, 6s, 5s, C minor, minor 7, turn around. Stormy Monday Blues. So once again, check out your blues scale. You do the open there too. Get up into these positions. And if you notice, I was kind of, you got that chord. There's a bit of major in it because it's like a dominant 7. So you can think of it like when we go from here up to here, you're kind of like in a G chord. Yeah, that just went up one and back, and then we go down to here. It's good to see our arpeggio shapes. More on that in a blues lesson coming soon. Thanks a lot for watching, y'all. This was by request. Thanks for the request. We'll talk to y'all soon. Peace out. All right, this is going to be Soulshine by the Allman Brothers Band. This was written by Warren Haynes. He also plays this in his solo band and in his Government Mule Band quite a bit. Great tune. It's really in B flat. You could put a capo on the 3rd fret, but I'm going to give you these easier chords, and we're going to work it from there. And I've got my own kind of way of doing the lead that's a little different than his, but he would always improvise that lead based on a basic kind of melodic structure anyway. So here we go. 3, 4. Okay, so our strum is basically, we got G chord, we got down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. So once again, that was down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. Switch to D. Down, 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 C. You could hit that last up if you want. Down, 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 up, down, up. Start the G again. This time we're going E minor, 2 beats, kind of F, back to G. Okay, we'll do the intro one more time. 3 and 4 and down, up, down, 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 up, down. Again. E minor, F. Okay, now the verse is going to go. Kind of a down, down, up, down switch. We do that 3 times. Now this 4th time, we're gonna have that E minor F come back. Now we have the longer G. This is the chorus, Soulshine. Do it again, G again. E minor, F. Okay, so it has a verse and a chorus, and then another verse and a chorus. It just does the same stuff. So we're going to look at this melody from the beginning. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so that's kind of how I do it, and that's a range for the baritone ukulele. On guitar, you can get up into that higher octave and stuff. So I kind of start up in the kind of middle range, and I work up to the high notes. Okay, so let's check out this lead here. We got hammer, O to 2 in the D, G, G, back to that 2, 2 slides into that 4. So we hold that a bit, and then 1 and 3 down here. 2 to 4 and back, and then a quick one all the way to the open there. 2 back to open. We're gonna do a little pull off there, so the whole thing. that last part. Da 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 dee da da. No. So that's 3 to 4 in the G, little 3 twice, and then again 5 3, 4 2 open. So. Now we're getting up here 7 to 9 on the G. Back and forth with that 8 on the second string. 10 to 12 there. And then I do 3 notes here. We go 10, 12, and back to 10. So that's 8, 9, 10. And then we do this kind of fast one back. And then we'll pull off. Do that 10 into 12. Okay, so that slides 10 to 12. And then down to that 8, and then 11 to 8. And then I do a little double string slide here before the verse starts. So coming up to the high part again, we got. Okay, then you're in a verse. So let's go to the bridge now. The bridge is going to go to E minor. C. C again. Back to G. Now we got B minor. C. And then we're going to have F to D. And then you get into like a solo section for that. Okay, then the solo extends to doing the bridge again. So let's go ahead and do the bridge one more time. E minor, C, C to G, B minor to C, and then F to D. 3, 4. F to D. And then we'll do the chords for the chorus. C to G. G again. That E minor F. And that just kind of repeats. I kind of hold that chord live, do a little guitar fills kind of stuff. Kind of hold the E minor actually. And then you get into the. That's kind of based off one of their live versions. So it's like a quarter notes. And there's a little melody that hits up here. Da-dum, 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 dum, dum. Kind of a D to G there. All right, Soulshine by Warren Haynes, Allman Brothers Band. Thanks a lot. Talk to you soon. Bye.